Every attempted attempt to create chaos or violence will be resisted by the PDP. And I want to assure Nigerians that we in the PDP will defend our vote this time around.
The election coming up in Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo State is, there is a bit of tension, especially in Imo State. We knew how Hope Uzodinma came up to be the governor of Imo State. And prior to this election, the Independent National Electoral Commission, National Chairman Mahmood Yakubu, whom Nigerians sees him to be one of the most fraudulent INEC chairman ever in the history of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Why? Because of the conduct of the INEC during the election of 25th of February 2023.
The physical result as handed over to him. He or she will also look at the beavers as handed over, and then look at the from EC or the polling unit level result as already transmitted through the IREV, and the accreditation data as already transmitted before entering the scores into from EC8B, which is the registration area result. Now, if there's a dispute relating to the physically transmitted result, so to say, and the electronically transmitted result, by our own regulations and by our own guidelines and procedures, the electronically transmitted data and the electronically transmitted result will take precedence.
Now, it happened yesterday that the stakeholders meeting in Imo State, the INEC asked the media to turn off their cameras.
We are done with the opening ceremony. I think we will plead with the media. I know you are participants, you are part of this meeting, but I think at this point, we should please excuse us with our camera. Just sit down and participate. Let's go to the business of the day.
There's nothing. You see, you asked them to turn off their camera. For what reasons? Let me take you back a bit. During the presidential petition hearing at the tribunal refuses the media to cover the proceeding. The letter went on to say, okay, during the judgment, they were going to air live. Something that they refused from the initial stage. Just because, you know why? Once you allow the media to come in, there is enough evidence, to cover, which you cannot run away from. But somebody that says something is a hearsay, you cannot prove. And that is the reason why they hate the media so much. And it's a reason why, at any point in time, that an opposition speak from any television or any medium, you see the government running to sanction such organization. Is that what we call democracy? This is what I call authoritarian kind of government in a form of, let me leave it to you. So now, looking at what's happened in Imo State, where the INEC, asked the media to turn off their camera, and which was rejected by the opposition.
About what we're doing. There's absolutely no procedure about what we're doing. Don't do that, please.
The media, please.
No.
You are.
No. There's absolutely nothing wrong with what
The media has to cover everything we're doing here. Why would you want the media to cover?
The media will cover what we are doing. We are not running a secret society. This is about elections.
Why do you want the media to cover?
What do you think will become of the election that has been, predicted to be one of the most violent elections in this optional election? Now, that will take me now to Kogi State. The gubernatorial candidate of PDP has made an announcement that any form of violence planned by the opposition, the APC, then PDP will resist it at all costs, at all levels. And then he went ahead to list out people who will be perpetuating this crime. Remember, I once said the deputy governorship candidate of APC incited his people against the opposition during a campaign. He has not been arrested. Now you see in Kogi State, there was a plan, and now probably, let's say, Dino got that intel and decided to make public the name of those who want to perpetuate this act of evil.
More alarming is the leaked plot by APC, who has targeted a number of innocent Kogites in Kogi Central Senatorial District for assassination. Such persons include Fortune Omuya, Jacob Anebe, Nuhu Ododo aka Ozia Baba, Kadri Yakubu aka Nagaziman, We want Nigerians to hold Yahya Bello and APC leaders responsible for any killing, sudden disappearance of persons, and election violence in the November 11, 2023 governorship election.
Remember that the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mahmoud Yakubu once said, proud to this all, that the Independent National Electoral Commission is not partisan, and he also said that they are not a political party.
And the purpose of our visit is to assess the readiness of our state offices for the conduct of the elections. We know what we have done at the national level, but we want to be assured and reassured that we are on course for what we believe is going to be a peaceful, transparent election. So, I want to start by saying that last week, the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security at the national level had a meeting in Abuja. I chair ICSES and the National Security Advisor is the co-chairman. We have the same arrangement at state level, and we have the same arrangement at the local government level. So we thought that the first thing we should do on this leg of the readiness assessment is to meet with the security agencies. Election is a multi-stakeholder responsibility. Our responsibility is to conduct election. The responsibility of the security agencies is to secure the environment for us to deploy personnel and materials for the election. So it's very important that we meet with the security agencies. At the end of our meeting at the national level, the Inspector General of Police and the Chief of Defense Staff addressed the media and gave assurances and reassurances of the commitment of the security agencies to protecting the process to ensure free, fair, and credible elections.
Why, if you're not a political party, why are you asking them to off the mics? Off their cameras. You see? But in the 2023 general election, we saw what happened. And like Baba Adati once said, the election have reduced the confidence of Nigerians on both the Supreme Court, the judicial system, and the Independent National Electoral Commission. And Nigerians will come out for self-defense. Self-defense in what way? By, not trusting them at all. And the only thing they can do is that anything they say, they will not believe it. You see? So this is the problem. Institutional problem in Nigeria. And before we can get it right and make sure that we come to that level where we can say our democracy is now matured, it will take time. Not under this administration, I don't believe, except the Labour Party are able to mount an unresistible opposition and hold the government accountable. But then, how can that fly if they continue to oppress the opposition as it's always a norm in Nigerian political space? That is it from me. If you're not subscribed, please do it to do so. And don't forget, when defending politicians, they don't care about you. Remember that when making your comments. And let's always remain civil. Thank you.